Good morning. This is Fxpg Global Limited. You're welcome. My name is Godwin Emmanuel. Building career in forex trading starts with taking the decision to do all you can against all odds to transform your financial life by efficiently navigating the financial markets, just like banks and other financial institutions, through the training and mentorship of Fxpg platform. Fxpg Global is one of the best educational platforms here in Africa. And for you to be good at trading forex, you have to belong to this community by clicking the subscription button below and also on your notification button so that you will access all information that will be uploaded on this platform. Today we'll be going straight up to analyzing market on Eurusd, Gbpusd, Gbpjpy, Usdcad, gold, Nasdaq, and possibly USDCHF. Today is 24th of June, 2022. And to join our academy, kindly visit fxpreneur.com.ng. Let's go straight up to the charts. This is Eurusd. And Eurusd has been on a down move in daily. As you can see, if you put up a trend line here, down, you can see it has been on a down move. And here we have this daily time frame stop hunt before this daily OB was hit. Then it came down after the stop hunt, the other contract, then stop hunt, then pull back the break of this market structure, then up, pull back to also this daily OB here. We expect them to do what? To trade up. But then if you go to weekly, you will see something on weekly that caught our attention. And what was that? There is a weekly FVG here, fair value gap between this level and this level here. And this market traded into the fair value gap and is expected to flush below this level. But it hasn't given us that. And if you watch here, you will see that in daily also, in weekly also, we also have another fair value gap in weekly also. And let's put it out so we can see the weekly fair value gap. Very small one. Between here and here, there's a gap that brought this structure here. All right. So this is a fair value gap. So market returns to it to push back down. All right. But then we have seen that already there is stop hunt on daily, and probably these guys might not go there again. They might revert this market from those places. That is what we're anticipating. Meanwhile, we trade what we see and not what we feel. So going back to daily, Here, we know that this is weekly FVG. Weekly FVG. And like I say, we'll have a retail trend line here, which must be swept. As you can see, it's print into it and back down. So let's go on. Having seen this, let's go straight to 4 hours. In 4 hours, we'll have break of market structure. Then it traded into this FVG, the fair value gap in 4 hours. All right. Filled it and came back down, got mitigated by this other block. Right. Here is also an FVG to show this block is strong. It got mitigated by this block and up. Here, it came back, broke a structure here, up, then flushed back down to this other block here. Up, took away this liquidity and tap into this FVG and sell down. Sell down. Coming back to this level here, which is also another block. This H4 other block. Then it went back down. Between here and here, there's an FVG, favorable gap. It traded into this favorable gap. So on the normal, we would have expected them to trade down, and take out this previous high. But they didn't do that simply because they have subfunded and the intent is to go the upside. That's when this liquidity here, which we call the trend line liquidity, that must be taken out. So we'll have this trend line liquidity. And also here, we'll have the set stop liquidity here. We'll have the set stop liquidity here, this level. So we'll have both trend line liquidity and set stop liquidity. This is a block. This level is a block. Right? This level here in the lower time frame is a block. So we'll have this. There's also a liquidity level here, which is the set stop liquidity and the trend line liquidity. So the question is, what are we expecting? Now, you also agree with me that most of the latest traders have a trend line in 4 hours like this. Giving rise to a wage pattern. So does it have this trend line liquidity to be taken out? It's actually called the sell stop trend line liquidity, right? Sell stop and sell stop trend line liquidity. Here we'll have buy stop trend line liquidity. And also here, also have the buy stop trend line liquidity. So with all this, what are we looking at? We are looking at this. We're looking at this market coming up here to trade into this FVG, pull back down to flush this liquidity down here, get mitigated by this block and find its way up, removing both the daily trend line and this daily trend line. Now with this, we will say yes, the market fully is reversed. But if not this, until this level is broken off, this market is still having more future going the downside than the upside. So most of us that are taking the upside right now, we're actually counter trading. Right? So that is what I've been looking at this particular chart. Let's go straight up to the other chart, which is this. I just analyze these markets just like the other, right? But then I'm taking out this so that you understand it better. We'll have this trend line, Eurusd and Gbpusd always go hand in hand most time. Then we'll have this trend line. Then here, the same thing that played out on Eurusd played out here, and that is break of market structure back here, traded into this FVG, then traded back, got mitigated by this other block, then finding its way up. So, and also here we'll have liquidity, trend line liquidity, that is the buy side trend line liquidity. All right. So we'll have it here. So we'll have it there. And then we'll have also this level here. So we're expecting this market to kind of go up, take away this liquidity zone here, hit this block, then pull back, trade into this weekly FVG, then come back down here to take away all this inner liquidity that we have here, then find their way up. That is what we're expecting from this pair. So I wouldn't take time here. We'll have this, we would like to have this come up, take away this liquidity that we have here because it has built up liquidity in here. Then after that, we expect a flush back down. So we want to see this up to take away this level, this liquidity level here. Then also take away the trend line liquidity, get mitigated by this OB. They want to see it come back here possibly, then trade back into this fair value gap, then come back down to clear this down liquidity that we have here or that might have been built, all right, then up to find its way up. So this is what we'll be expecting from this particular pair. Then let's go straight to another, which is Gbpjpy. Let's go to weekly and see what is happening to Gbpjpy, because this is actually a sign of excursion that this market needed to reverse. That is what we have here. Then we are going back to, we have seen this already. It went into this FVG up, but failed to take away this high. It got mitigated by other block. Let's go to fast, sorry, daily. So it got mitigated there and failed to take away this high. If it breaks this level, we can see it has failed. So now what we're looking at here is this. It has traded into this. It needs to flush above this level. Now, here we'll have an FVG, which is traded into and close, but we have not seen any movement upside for now. So we are looking at this based on what we are seeing. Already, this liquidity is already removed. So on a good day, we would expect a reversal from here. All right. But then with what we're seeing there now, with what we're seeing here, all right, let's go to 4 hours and catch some short trade. It's not a very good setup, but let's catch some short trade. So we'll catch some short trade. We'll have break of this structure down, back to this level, then up. It has broken structure here. It has broken this structure. It got mitigated by this particular other block here. And flushed little above it. All right. It will have this FVG. So I'm taking out most of this right up. Here we'll have liquidity down here. And here, there's no gap left. Everywhere is filled already on the upside. Everywhere already is filled on the upside. So this market came back down here, then up a bit. I'm still expecting this market to come down, but I want to see a reason to sell this market. So reading by what I'm saying, very short one, break of market structure to the downside. Sorry. break of market source to the downside. Yes. Then we'll have this block here. So it's went back again to this breaker block. Then we'll have liquidity. So I'm expecting them to do this to flush down this liquidity. Let's go to 1 hour. It's becoming clear now. Now we'll have this. We'll also have this. There is no mitigated. In between these, we'll have a fair value gap, which this market has traded into, and then flush below this level. Trade into this fair value gap, and then flush below this particular level. All right. There is no gap here created, but there is liquidity here. Sets up the liquidity is there. Now this sets up because a lot of persons are already here buying up. So they are going to look for a reason to sell down. Then the question is, what would they do to be able to sell down? If you watch here, we'll have this fair value gap. Fair value gap left. 1 hour. We'll have the fair value gap in 1 hour. So what we want to see is, and here we'll have fair value gap here that need to push this to the upside. Therefore, here push to the downside. We'll have this push to the upside, then push to the downside to clear this liquidity. This is what I will be anticipating from this short-term trade. This is what I'll be expecting from this short-term trade. And this will validate something. Fx, kind of a trend line, right? Let's take it from there. Just trend line. So in worst case scenario, we'll see this guy trade into, because there's also a little FVG here that might also trade like this into this level to validate it, and they'll flush back down, right? So, but this will be what I was expecting into from here in worst case scenario here, right? So that is what I was expecting from this trade. This apparently will give you head and shoulder. Let's go straight to the next one. I'm taking off these charts. This is 4 hours. I've removed all drawing. Let's go straight to daily and see what we're looking at. Daily, we have seen that this level has been slightly taken out, right? Then after that, we'll have this fair value gap here. It trailed into the fair value gap and sweep above this level, then came back down here. Then it did not create any gap here to give us our setup. All right, so we're going to go back to a lower time frame to see if we see something there. But before then, let's go to weekly and see if there's what we can see on weekly. On weekly too, we've not seen anything here apart from this OB, weekly OB. All right, apart from this weekly OB. So let's go straight up to lower time frame for us. Now, and that's for us, what we're expecting is this. We've gotten this, and we have this rotate trend line. Okay. And we'll have this OB. We'll have this OB. Good. We'll have this other block. So this other block, this is a H4 OB. Then we'll have trend line liquidity. So what are we expecting here? We've seen a break of market structure here. Got mitigated by this block. Broke the structure. Return back to OB. Flush down. So also have a block here. This block here lies liquidity level here. This liquidity here. So we'll have both the buy side and the sell side liquidity. So we'll have the both the sell stop liquidity and trade line liquidity. So that's what we'll have here. And we'll have this OB here, which is 4 hours OB. So what do we expect now? I will trying to see a reason to sell this market down. A reason to sell this market down. All right. Yes, it's still breaking structure up, but I'm looking for this pullback before possibly going on. Let's go to 1 hour. See if we have any reason to sell. This is all we have. This level is taken out. All right. This level is taken out. There is no fair value gap here. This one is already filled up. So personally, I will be looking for a reason to do this. Before I buy it, possibly. But this is what I'll be expecting from this pair. This is the move I was expecting from this pair. So I would like to see something like this, a very serious move down. Something like this, a very serious move down. Then trade into the FVG and flush down. This is what I'll be expecting. Then if there's a need to go up, I'll see that through the price action I will get from here. So for today, I'll be targeting just this. Then if it does this, I can maybe expect something to go up again, back to this level and possibly find my way down, right? So I'm actually seeing reversal here. Go to 4 hours, you see my analysis clear. This is what I'm expecting to see in this chart. Let's go straight on the pair. This is gold. So I'm taking out some of these. Trendline liquidity is flushed, just as I anticipated. So this 4 hours, we'll have this liquidity zone. This is already flushed. We'll have this. Okay. Just like I told you guys that a lot has been done on this pair, and we're expecting this market to kind of reverse from here, but we wanted a flush below this place, to flush down the liquidity, kind of manipulation. They've done it. They've broken structure of, but then now they are giving us reason to go further down. All right. But with what I'm seeing here, I'm still seeing these guys taking this thing up. What I'm seeing, because they have a lot of reason to go up. Let's go to weekly time frame and see something on weekly time frame. Here we'll have a fair value gap up here. And this is the trend we'll have. Daily. Break of market structure, break, hit this level and flush down. This level is still intact. This level is not taken out. So my bias will change once this level is taken out. I'll start looking to the downside. But for now, I'll be looking out for the upside. I'm seeing this as a pullback. I'm seeing this as a pullback. All right. So for now, I'm actually seeing this particular push down here as a pullback because it has broken a structure. All right, it broke a structure, then it came down. It has broken structures, then it came down. Return to the other block. And here is the other block. The other block is still intact. The OB is still intact. So this is just happening within the OB. I'll refine this further. So let's take out all this so we can have a clear chart. Let's go straight up to 4-hour time frame. In 4 hours time frame, we've seen this level broken. Up here. Then after that, it's returning back to this other block here. We are seeing this zone as stop hunt is already done. So we want to see this return back to this level. Then here, if you watch here, between this level, you have a level here. This 4 hours. So that liquidity is already taken out. So I'm taking this away. So here, we have this. And this is set stop liquidity here. And this place will have an OB here. Here, this level will have liquidity is resting here too. Then what do we expect here? We'll have fair value gap. In here now. And here we'll have liquidity zone here. So what I'll be expecting is I'll be expecting this trading into this fair value gap, then flushing back down into this level and finding its way up to close to remove this liquidity that is here, this trend line liquidity. So here I have this, sorry, a fair value gap that it here. So I want to see straight into the fair value gap. All right, flush back down, remove this sell-side liquidity, come back to this block, then up, taking away this trend line liquidity, this buy side trend line liquidity. Stop. So this buy stop trend line liquidity. So this is what I'll be expecting from this particular pair. I want to see it do this. And if you go to a lower time frame, you can refine it further. But this is what I'll be expecting from this pair. Right? When I see trade into this level, then flush below this level, then afterwards find its way up to close all this thing that you have here. So that is what I'm expecting from those charts. So let's go on. Let's go to on that pair. This NAS. NAS has been delivering as expected. And as you can all see, the movement has been so smooth, just as analyzed. So let's go straight up. But good. So here, as you can see, it's broken structure up. That's a good indication that what we have to look for a way to do what to buy. So I'm going to go back to lower time frame to check this out and know how to get into the trade, because we know it's uptrend. We have break of market structure, taking out all this buy side liquidity. Then use the word break of market structure. So after break of structure, we'll be anticipating reversal. So we can get an entry. So here we'll have this unmitigated zone. And we'll have an FVG there. So here we'll have a gap that this market wants to close, just as told us yesterday, that this market will definitely come and close this gap. So here we'll have an FVG, it's creating a lot of FVGs. Let's go to lower time frame. 15 minutes. All right. So we'll have this here. 15 minutes. We're looking for a reason to buy to follow to this level. But we haven't seen. Want to see anything that will give us a kind of a pullback down, and we'll take a buy or something like this. So if we say reason this thing to come down, go with them at least 50% discount rate to go up with them. Don't just rush into the trade, please. Don't chase it. Don't chase it. Don't chase it. This is a gap. This place have to be filled. So just look for anything that will make this market to pull back. Then you take a trade up. But they are going ahead of. And so that is what we're looking at on this particular pair. When they hit here, they will definitely pull back for the consider up movement. Okay. The next, I think the last one is that is the last one. US 30 and Nasdaq moves the same way, the same direction, just like Euro USD. Okay, this is where we'll draw the curtain for today's analysis. Kindly make sure you subscribe and share this link to people so that they can actually become part of us. Thank you very much, and God bless you.